this is for my buddy, for his kid. So I believe, and I apologize if I'm wrong, Mike, but this was his son's baseball team. So colors are black and green. So what we did was we did a custom dial. My custom dials are typically silver. To do them in black is multi-cerakote, and it's got to be a super simple design, not a lot of detail. To be able to cerakote one area and then cerakote another area. So this was not one that we could do that on. So we lasered it out, custom filled in the Austin in white, filled the pips in with white, and then did everything around it in this nice green color. So we got black handset on it, custom painted black seconds hand. It was a red seconds hand, so we painted it in black. Did a nice, like more of a lime green accent on that. Brushed case. Did his initials there on the crown. Did a black coin bezel to get that black color in there. And then a green diver style insert. So it's got green and silver. So it blends in nicely with the face. Then the hands blend in nicely with the bezel. So did a rough out style leather. So it's kind of a darker tone leather with green stitching. And then it was a light lasering of the same thing on that, on the dial. We didn't want to do a patch on there, but it did not turn out to get it super dark on there. Sometimes we'll burn through the leather, so a lot of times we got to put it on a separate patch. But it's not showing up as well on the camera, but in person you can see it decently. So matching brushed buckle here. Then, as always, matching beads back here. So with this watch, tension ring holds on the bezel, so it'll turn left, it'll turn right. There is no clicking involved. You will just turn it the way you want it to go. Automatic mechanical. You can wind it, wear it, put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, you want to pre-wind it. So to do that, you'll back the crown off the threads. So you hear it clicking. You'll feel a little bit of play, but you'll hear it clicking. At that point, you can wind, and a wind is a turn away from you. If you do it for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, you will keep time throughout the day. Yeah, so if you're not very active, make sure you're going to do that. If you're driving or something like that, make sure you're winding it. If you do it for something closer to 15, 20 seconds, like what I do, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve. You cannot overwind it, but that's what I do to make sure they're running the next day and running perfect. So just back and forth. The back wind doesn't do anything, but it's a lot quicker and easier to keep your spacing if you just hold it like that and go back and forth. When you pull to the one and only click, you can now set your time. You're going to notice you've got a wobble crown that's going to deflect lateral pressure from going into the stem, into the movement. Not going to put any kind of bend or pressures on the movement or on the stem because it's going to roll with it. So one thing I do to also help on that is I just pull it as I'm setting the time. You've got a non-hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 5:52 p.m.
5:52 p.m. Also, it makes it nice and easy to push right back over and thread down. So that is the build as a whole. Oh, did not go over this. So we got a lower profile exhibition case back on there. Black rotor in there and a stainless steel movement holder. You can barely see it, but it's going on around there instead of that plastic one that they come with. And then also I thought this would have looked better or had a little bit more pop with the with my black leather with the green stitching. So threw one of those in, and I normally sell all that stuff in sets. So since I'm throwing that in, also throw in a wallet for him because that's normally a little package deal that I sell. So that will go in there too. That'll go nicely with the bezel as well. Give you a second option on. Actually, what did I do? I did them backwards because I'm looking through the screen. So have more of that look to it. So that will be in there too, buddy. Matching beads come with it. Now they're set to match it with the brown. And then also we custom routed the box to match. So a little special edition box there. With the watch will come some watch clearance. Is good on all glass and metal parts. So everything here, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. And then since we've got leather in the mix, we've got you some leather conditioner. Use this sparingly and only use it when you need it. If this is getting a little rough or anything like that, apply it on both sides. Let it soak in. A little bit will go a long way, and that'll turn it back into super, super soft. This is Chicago Horween leather. And then lastly, you're going to have some fine scratch remover. This is an acrylic glass on here, so you can scratch it. If you do, put a tiny bit on it, fill that scratch. Use your included microfiber. Get some heat behind your thumb as you're buffing it. And you should knock it out in about 15 seconds. Only use what you need. There's enough in here to last you your watch. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. Polywatch is the same, essentially the same stuff. But it's a lot cheaper to repackage some Novus 2 and throw it in than buy Polywatch. So, but that is the build, man. I hope he loves it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do for you. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.